uncut, unedited. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. All right, people. You know what time it is. It's live, uncut, and unedited. That's what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Lights, camera, action. We ready to roll tonight? All right, again, Brandon Johnson again. Happy birthday, Brandon Johnson. All right. Live, uncut, unedited. Come on in, people. This live, uncut, unedited. Come on in, come on in, come on in, people. Come on in. We're live, uncut, unedited, people. All right. This is how we do it. We tell the truth and we shame the devil. All right. All right, people, come on in. This is where we tell the truth. 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 Tell the truth and shame the devil. That's what I'm talking about. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. All right, Rita. What's up, Rita? What's up, Rita? I see you. I see you. I see you, Rita. I see you. Virginia Beasley, Lewis Ramsey, BMO, Katie Brown. Hey, Kathy, what's going on? Melody, what's up, Melody Williams? I see you, I see you, I see you, I see you, Melody, I see you. Donna, what's up, man? All right, Anton Taylor, let's wish Brandon Johnson happy birthday. Franklin McLeod, what's up? Keena Nicole, what's up, people? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Mario, what's that? Mari Lola Robeson, good evening. Brandon Johnson, happy birthday. Deborah Singleton, that's right, happy birthday. All right. Miss Pendleton, Lashana. All right, happy birthday. Ricky, what's up, Ricky? Monique, what's going on? Melody again, Kim Edenton. All right, Banks, Jahadi Banks. Katie Brown. That was sad. That black woman killed her. Yeah, that was sad. Katie Brown. Yvonne Luckett Quinn. What's going on? Chris Moore. Nisha Thomas Taylor. What's up? Diane Gangs. All right. All right. Reginald Moore. This is where we tell the truth and what? And shame the devil. That's what we're going to do. That's what it is. Tell the truth. Kathy, I see you. All right. All right. Tanya White. What's up, Tanya? I ain't been seeing your name lately. Tanya White. All right. All right. Barbara Melvin. What's up? What's up? What's going on? Yvonne Manley. All right. Come through Woodlawn. Oh, yeah. I was in Woodlawn today. Just about every day. Hey, everyone. Everyone. Sevilla, is that Sevilla Stone? All right, if I'm pronouncing it right. All right, Tanya White, that remix. You know I'm hit that remix, my remix. Tell it, tell it, tell it, tell it, tell it, tell it, tell the truth and shame the devil. That's it. That's it. Wow. All right. San Diego in the house. All right, people, come on in. What we looking like? We got 50 people on here. 55 people on here. All right, people, y'all know how we do. We need at least 100 to get started, get the rolling. So you guys just got to share it. Happy birthday, Brandon Johnson. If you're listening in, happy birthday by way of YouTube or Facebook. Happy birthday to you, bro. I tell you, happy birthday to you. All right. Sydney D, what's going on? Checking in from the DR, huh? All right. Man. Y'all know we got trolls on here, so y'all understand. You don't give them no shine. Don't give them no shine, but we got a lot of information that's going up. We got a post. We got a lot of announcements to make for Brandon Johnson. So it's a lot of announcements that we got to make. They're going. Brandon Johnson is in right now. He's in Hyde Park. He should be at the Departmentory. Should be going on now. Yep. I tell you, there's a lot going on. Okay. A lot going on. Fundraiser today. Oh, yeah, the fundraiser still going on. Let me put that on. I'm going to put that up. The fundraiser. All right. Then he got a gospel concert coming up. I'm going to put that up too as well. So we got to support the brother. Come on in, people. We got to support the brother. Put it up on Facebook and make these announcements. That's what we got to do. All right, let me pin it up. All right. What's going on, boy? Y'all showing out tonight. All right. Well, you would think I'm getting paid from Brandon Johnson. How hard I'm working for Brandon Johnson. But I believe in what he's trying to do, and that's what I want him to do. And I'm not the typical politician. You know, they play these politic games with our lives and expect us not to say nothing, expect us not to do anything. All right, I'm posting up some things now as we speak so you guys will see some of the announcements. We're going to be announcing some things right now. All right. He got a fundraising at Park at the Departmentory right now, people. So we got a fundraiser going on at the Departmentory right now. It's a fundraiser. Yep, at the Promontory, 5311 Lake Park, people. That's an announcement I'm making for Brandon Johnson camp. All right. We know Common Sense, the rapper, endorsed Brandon Johnson. So those of us know Common. Oh, I got a call already. It said, oh, Dr. Sands, I didn't know you was on. I'm sorry. I'm going to get real. I'm just making announcements real quick. And also, Dr. Sanders, make that announcement. He's going to be at your church, one of your affiliate churches this week. You can make that announcement real quick. I'm waiting. Dr. Sanders, make that announcement.
Hey, God bless everybody. God bless everybody. Yes, well, this is the Church of God in Christ.
All right.
You can't join in. You got to be born in.
All right.
Our international presiding bishop, J. Drew Shear, who is the husband of the well-renowned gospel artist Karen Clark Sheard, and Tierra Shear's father, will be here. He's our international presiding bishop of the Church of God in Christ worldwide. We'll be here at St. Paul Church of God in Christ, 4526 South Wabash Avenue at 2 p.m. 1 p.m., come in the door. He's going to be here to give and pray blessings over Brandon Johnson as he embarks into this new endeavor. He will be there. Come on. He might even have a couple of songs or two, but he's here. And all of you all, in the sound of my voice, summons the international presiding bishop will be here at St. Paul. And then on Saturday or Sunday, Fellowship is going to be a musical on his behalf at Fellowship Missionary Baptist Church on April the 2nd. So be there. This is a time of a Jubilee celebration to celebrate. And we're praying. Our presiding bishop will be giving a message, and he's not long, Martin. He's not long at all.
Okay.
None of his messages I've heard on his services, not even past 20 minutes.
Okay, that's okay.
So be there. Everybody be there. Yours truly will be there. Lord's delay is coming. I'm going to be there, and look forward to seeing you there.
Okay. Thank you for that announcement. I'm going to make a couple of announcements, and I do have them up on my social media page. All right. You want to wish Brandon Johnson happy birthday, people. That'll be nice. And he's at the Promontory right now.
Yes.
Should be there right now. And we're going to all right, let's make a couple more announcements. All right, y'all know it's a meet and greet Wednesday hosted by the Crime Chaser, Wednesday the 29th between 10 and 11 a.m. Come, people, come here, come here, come here. And you know what's so strange, people? Common made a video, endorsed Brandon Johnson, Common Sense. And I wanted to sing him and John Legend's song, When the Glory Come, It'll Be Ours. I tell you, that's what I want to do. All right. Mm-hmm. When the glory come, people, when the glory come, it'll be all ours. And you better believe that, people. You better believe that. And I want to thank those who's standing on the right side of history. All right, we have another announcement. Please join us for Brandon's 47th birthday fundraiser today March 27th, from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Promontory, 5311 South Lake Park. All right, join Brandon Johnson and at his fundraiser. Also, the Brandon Johnson for Chicago Gospel Concert Rally, Sunday, April the 2nd, 2023 at 5 o'clock. And you're going to be blessed. Come on through. Let's show some love, people. And he's not only going to need our help, but he's going to need our spiritual help. We're going to have to pray for the brother because we're going to need protection. Because, you know, everybody's not happy for the brother. But I thank God for his stand. Be bold as a lion. I tell you, so it's working out, people. It's working out. So we doing what we got to do on this part. So, hey, don't let nobody discourage you. Don't worry about the trolls that come on here. Come because they know what time it is. It's a new day. We're not going back to the sick and German shepherds on black people, spraying water hose on black people. You see, they trying to take Mississippi back to the Jim Crow. They trying to take Mississippi back, but they ain't gonna take us back. We ain't going. We ain't going, people. I know I ain't going. I ain't going at all. At all, people. At all. We're not going back. We shall not be moved at all. I tell you.
Be moved.
That's it. Katie Brown, I see you. Nisha Thomas, I see you. I see you. I see you. Lamont Coakley, I think I got that right. Yes. All right. Rita, I got you once already. All right. Hit that like button as soon as you come in. Thanks. That's what's up, Spalding Val. I see you. I see you. Chris Moore, what's going on? Pearline Perry, what's going on? All right, boy, I'm telling you, we got some people on here. Robert G. Brown, what's going on, Robert? Big Drew, 79th Street. What's up, Big Drew? Big Drew, Tanya White. Listen, people, you guys have a time. You have an opportunity to be here when we elect Brandon Johnson, April the 4th. Listen, if I were you, I would not want to be on the wrong side of history. I want to be able to open up the history books and say, hey, I was an inspiration of voting Brandon Johnson in office. I tell you, people, do you guys see the historical moment about this? Dr. Sanders, I don't think they really know it. They don't see it. They don't see the historical moment.
Don't.
Listen, go ahead, sister.
And you know what hit me too, Martin, that when Washington was in office, we didn't have this much debauchery over elections. These men were mature in politicking. We've got a lot of, people, and especially our people. I'm kind of disappointed at our people because all I've been hearing, Martin, since you've been airing, is, he should. It's like, wait. Do you even know the man? They sound like the Sadducees and the Pharisees, and it's been so much that they're not getting, Martin. And that's very disappointing because I'm hearing the negativity from our people. It's like they're bullying him. If you don't do what I want you to do, but you can't bully nobody. They didn't do this with Harold Washington. Mm-hmm. It's the demon that's going around, getting these folks mad. And here it is. We got a clean black brother. And I said this morning. I said, Chicago loves its whores. I so said it. Yes, it is. You love your whore. You love your slut. But then when somebody comes to literally have a conversation with you, you hate them. And that's not, and these generations that's 10, 20, 30 years, 40 years younger than us, y'all have no clue about what's going on. Why was it this much drama when Barack Obama was ready for president? Did y'all plan like this? No, some of y'all probably was in grammar school. So the thing of it is that I'm excited about what I'm seeing, because Martin, you and I can talk about living in the time where Chicago's first black mayor and this world's first black president, and now history is starting to repeat itself. I'm excited because this is history. It's in the book, man. This is something right in history. But all I've been hearing is sign my contract, sign my dog. So what are you talking about? Are you even happy? You sound like misery. That's looking for attention. But I'm so happy. That's why I can't wait till Wednesday. I can't wait till Wednesday. I cannot wait till Wednesday. Because this
I shall not be moved.
This is even a history in our church. This is the history in our church. I guarantee you. Because here it is, you got somebody that's clean. Now, mind if they want whores, then vote for Valor. And I'm not talking about prostitution in the bedroom.
No, we're not talking about
people are whoring after other guys. You understand what I'm saying? So you love your whores. He has not spent thousands of dollars to slam nobody. All he's doing is having a conversation. And I'm just, I'm happy. I don't care about the naysayers. It was folks that was complaining when Jesus was running around healing folks. He still was complaining.
Still complaining. It reminds me when Moses led them out, and they wanted to go back. I tell you, some of y'all black folks, I see the same thing right now. Listen, God parted the Red Sea for a lot of things, people, and now you want to go back. You want to double back. Ain't it shame on you? Shame on you. Shame on you. I tell you, you love when the white man cracked the whip on you. That ain't what I really want to say, but you love when he cracked that whip on you. You love it. Oh, you fall in his arms because you feel so safe. Look at Bobby Rush fell in his arms. Look at Jamal Green eating chicken with him. Come on, people. What have become with our people? What have become with our people? Why they ain't always righty? Why they have lied to us, people? Lied, people, lied. I tell you. Lied. Listen, I don't want to be racial profiled. Stop and frisk and all that. No. Listen, he has brought back, listen, he trying to bring back them old white racist police officers. They racist. They hateful. They mean. They think all criminals deserve death. Listen, everybody ought to have a chance, but black people. They are worthy of death. And the first thing when they shoot down a young black man, they go to a social media page and they look for somebody. They look for the picture with guns and all that. That's what they do. Listen, black man, they got it out for you. They got it out for your complexion. They got it out for you. It's a trap to destroy you, to set you back, young black man.
That's right.
Black man, it's not a badge of honor to get locked up. It's not a badge of honor to serve prison time. It's not a badge of honor, black man. Nothing to brag about. We need you to brag about some degrees you got, or a trade or skill you got.
That's right.
Brag about some helping people. That's what I want you to brag about.
That's right.
I tell you. These young folks out here, listen, people, they claim they standing for black people, but they standing for the almighty dollar. That's what they're saying. And they mad at me because I'm speaking now. They want to call me names, this name, that name, and send threats toward my way, but bring it on. Bring it on. Because my Bible tells me that no weapon that's formed against me shall prosper, for greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. I tell you, people, listen. The Bible tells me, sister, he said, when a man ways please the Lord, he'll make his enemies be at peace with him. When you try to bring harm and do harm, you'll be at peace with me. I tell you, all know I'm telling the truth. You know I'm telling the truth. Is it about your organization, or is it about you, or is it about the race of your people? Which one is about? Choose this day whom you will serve. Whom you serve. I tell you.
That's right. It should be an outrage, even to hear a white man say out of his lips that LaShawn McDonald
Right.
should have been shot 18 times or more.
Yeah.
Did you all not get that message? He would have been slapped. I would have slapped him across his mouth.
Yeah.
I would have hit him. I would have. Because to say that is a hateful thing.
Yeah.
So you don't think that racial profiling doesn't matter? How to Read a Negro? Read the book, How to Read a Negro. Do some reading. See, everybody want to be a research, anthropologist. Read and research what's going on. Here we have a black man, know nothing, and you still mad. When you want to be with the horse that want a horse is bad, then you do what you feel you want to do, boo. But guess what? Do not sit up here and say you know God, because God in a heartbeat and said, depart me now, you workers of iniquity. He ain't got time to play with y'all.
And listen here, folks. We got two more callers. I'm coming, callers. I see you guys. I see both of you guys. I see you. Listen, for all you trolls, just keep on watching. Let my viewership go on up. Keep on watching. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Because y'all know I'm telling the truth. Ain't nobody mad tonight, Dr. Sanders, but the devil. That's it. Ain't nothing but a crying out dog hollering, because I'm hitting them I'm stoning them. I tell you, this race is about, you know what this race is? Listen, David and Goliath. That's what this race is about.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, I tell you.
Yeah.
But listen, people, we know the outcome. All we got to do is stay in the race, go into the polls, and we'll see another black man in a race that look like you and me, that love everybody, that's going to embrace not just black people, he's going to embrace all nationalities. He even going to embrace those trolls on my live right now. Dr. Sanders, what are they going to do? What are they going to do when Brandon Johnson wins? Well, Martin, well.
You know what? You know what, Martin?
Yeah.
These trolls, you know what? My thing is this. Anytime you got to be a troll, you ain't nothing but a coward. Because number one, real people, a real woman and a real man is going to let themselves be heard. I look at Marcus's photos on his page, and he's not hiding behind something. If you a troll, there's something that's wrong with your mind. That means you have a demonic spirit in your thinking. You don't know how to speak up. Dr. Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, Malcolm X, those men were murdered for talking the truth and telling us what's right. They got killed. They didn't hide behind no microphone and no dummies and no marionette puppets. They stood what was right, and they let you know. And they knew that their time was limited. But if you are really a person, stop hiding. You ain't nothing but a punk or a wolf to hide behind social media and pretend that you are so intelligent or you for the people. No, I don't respect people that gotta hide their face. Come to my job and let me see your face. I want to see who you really are. Because my thing is, Martin don't run this is not no romper room. Romper room literally would tell you who they would see. But guess what? You too childish to be hiding behind a troll. You're a coward. You're a coward.
Yep, the white racists.
Meet Martin on the street.
Yeah.
Better yet.
They ain't gonna do it. They know better than that. They know better than that. I got another caller, people.
Come on now.
All right, hold on, Dr. Sanders. Marcus and Erica's on here. Go ahead, Marcus. Live, uncut, unedited, people. Live, uncut, unedited.
Yeah, all power to God.
Yes,
he's sitting
Lord.
high and he's looking down at earth and he's frowning for somebody to be endorsed by a racist fraternal order of police. I'm gonna call them fraternal order of Klan.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. But that's say what he said. That Laquan McDonald should have been shot 18 times. You're going to go out and endorse somebody. You're going to go out and vote for somebody. All of you Negroes, they don't even know what to call us. African-American, Negro. They really want to call us niggas. We call each other niggas.
You know it.
And then they passed a law and said, well, if we can't call you niggas, you can't call yourselves niggas.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when we say it, we don't. Wait a minute, but let me get back to the point. All of you Negroes, all of you colored folk, and all of you niggas, black man ain't the term for you. You went and endorsed this man. Shame on you. if he wins. Don't be out in the street tearing up traffic talking about F the police and we shut shit down.
Right.
You had the opportunity to shut it down before it opened up, but you allowed it to open up. I'm praying that Brandon Johnson win. I believe in giving a black man a chance, and I believe in race first. Hell yeah, I voted on race, and I voted on his agenda. Hell yeah, I did that.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta go. I'll come back on when I get home, but I gotta go for a second.
Mm-hmm. That's it, bro. Listen, I ain't no shame in my game. They voted on race. Why can't we vote on race? They're gonna tell me what I can't vote on. And they killed me with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they voted on race.
Vote on race.
They voted on race.
Vote on race. Let me say, my friend was talking to a friend at work today, and I asked him this question based on their conversation. I said, "Is the guy white or black?" He said, "White." I said, "He living good. He don't understand our struggles, but most white people in this city are afraid that if we get a black man in office, they don't like Kim Foxx. Paul Vallis said he's going to get rid of Kim Foxx. He can't get rid of Kim Foxx. The voters put her in, and white people had to have voted for her also. So people are tired of the daily shit. Excuse my French, but I'm just expressing the anger of the people. People are tired of this crap. They're tired of their sons being harassed by police and ain't nothing being done. We are tired, racist white folks. We're not letting y'all make America hate again. We're going to turn America around. We're going to drive America where it should be driven. We're not going to let y'all drive it to the bottom of the ocean. We built this country. I ain't thinking going back to Africa. I'm in America. I'm an American. I'm not an African American. I am an American. My forefathers helped build this country. And we're going to fight this. And I got to go, people, but I'll come back later if you're still on.
Okay. All right. Come on, Erica. Go ahead, Erica.
Hey, everyone.
How you doing?
Good. And hey, Dr. Sanders.
Hi, God bless you, honey.
God bless you. So I wanted to say I was hearing the conversation, and I'm really glad that y'all was having kind of like a spiritual conversation earlier, because I know I usually bring the political points and stuff, but before I do that real quick, I just want to have a quick spiritual conversation with all the listeners, especially the elders, especially my intercessors and prayer warriors, because the truth of the matter is, for those of you that do believe in the word of God and believe in this, like, the Bible says we battle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers. And right now, y'all, there's a spiritual battle going on in the city of Chicago as well as a political one. And I don't know if y'all feel it, but I feel it. It's like there is a demonic spirit over this city that don't want to let go. It do not want to let go. And it is literally influencing people, our own brethren, people that look like us. And it is a stronghold over this city. And we have an opportunity to break the back of the enemy right now. But we're going to have to do that on the streets and at the polls and in our work and our organizing. But we're going to have some people praying, y'all. So for all y'all that pray, for all y'all that know how to intercede, please start doing that now. Please start doing that all the way up until the night the polls close on April 4th. I need y'all praying on standing on the wall, because this thing got to go. That spirit got to go. The spirit of corruption over this city, this spirit of fraud, of control, of wealth hoarding, all of that greed, all of it got to go. So I just wanted to say that to everybody listening. And then the other thing is the what I think we're seeing right now, which I think is really important to look at historically. I don't know if folks have heard about the Willie Lynch letter.
You talking these
the
old
Willie
folks.
Lynch letter was
We know about that. Go ahead, sister.
Yeah, so y'all know the Willie Lynch letter, for those who don't know who are listening, it was a letter written by a slave master, slave owner back in the day. And it was literally a play-by-play playbook on how to control the Negro, how to control the slave. And it had all of the all of the points to do, and it's like a manual for a slave master how to control your plantation.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things in there was, have the light skin turn against the dark skin, having these separations between us. But one of the big ones was about the house Negroes and the field Negroes, right? The house Negroes were a strategic way to keep the field Negroes, who were the majority, in check, because the majority, if they ever rose up or decided to rebel, the plantation would kind of go down in flames, because there was so much more field Negroes than house Negroes for the most part. So the house Negro was used as a way to keep all the rest of us from rebelling in the field. And the way that was done in the Willie Lynch letter, it even said you're supposed to give the house Negro a little extra piece of fat back. You're supposed to give the house Negro a little extra something, right? They're supposed to live a little more comfortable. You're not supposed to beat the house Negro the way you beat the field Negro, right? Because the thing is, you want the house Negro to feel special. And if you make them feel special, like they're getting something out of it, then they'll feel more loyal to master than they'll feel to their own people in the field. And that's exactly the playbook Paul Vallis is using right now. He is recruiting a bunch of house Negroes to make them feel like they getting an extra piece of fat back for their organization, for their little project, for their little things, for their title. And also that if you talk to some of them, they'll be like, oh, he nice to me. He treat me good. He let me come to his house. They sound just like a house Negro. Like, Mouse treat me well. Mouse treat me real good. I don't know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's the same playbook. And it's like, it's being used right now. And the problem with the field Negroes, on the other hand, is that field Negroes tend to be more despondent and beaten down. So the ability to get field Negroes to rise up is harder because they so beaten down and dejected and demoralized. And that's why people like Harriet Tubman and Nat Turner had an uphill battle to even get the field Negroes to rebel. But when they did, they won. They always won. They overtook the entire plantation when they did decide to do it. But it takes work, because we have to overcome that despondency and that feeling of like nothing's going to change, this ain't going to end, and that type of stuff. So I just wanted to bring some of those points out to y'all, and I would love to hear, the rest of the thoughts tonight.
We know all that.
Yeah, Malcolm X talked about that. Yeah, Malcolm X talked about that in his documentary about that. He was giving a difference, and I think who was that reporter? He thought he was being a racist, but he wasn't being a racist. He was telling the truth. But Brandon Johnson, this is a time in the moment, everybody, that we need to pull together. If you don't know how to pull together, well, you need to get a piece of paper and a pen and a paper and learn how to write down what you need to do. And that's stop playing with this election. This is something serious, because this election helps know what's going to happen with our city. Who's going to be navigating. I don't want to deal with Paul Vallis. I made that point this morning. I really did. The media this morning on Fox 32 News said a whole lot of folks complaining, saying Brandon Johnson is a dictator. You know what? He's a positive dictator, because he's giving you information of what he wants to do. He's not sitting up there eating no Hell's chicken and calling you out your name and stealing your poster signs. Paul Martin, you took your gas money and caught these old rascals taking Brandon Johnson signs and replacing them with Paul Vallis. That should be an outrage. Somebody should knock the crap out of somebody, because this is a lot of money. So just because Brandon is not turning the left cheek don't mean he's stupid. But he don't have time to dwell on that. That's what I love about Brandon, because Brandon, you can tell he's a disciplined young man, because he's been disciplined since a child. So he's not buck wild out here losing his man. He's not doing all this mudslinging, Martin, as you said earlier. Let's talk about the issues. Let's talk about with the CTU. They pissed off because the union, Chicago Public Schools, I know this for a fact, it's one of the biggest unions across the nation. They're not no bullies, but if you piss them off, they're your enemies. So you can't sit up here and think that this is just, some kind of, what my foreign pastor used to say, this ain't no, what's the cartoon characters, Mutt and Jeff? This ain't no Amos and Andy show. This is reality. we're living history right now.
We're living,
And
we
as the young
witnessing.
lady said, it is a very strong,
Yeah.
we'll witness it, but we're living in the time of witnessing it.
Let
So,
me,
as you said, this is,
I want to say something, Dr. Sanders.
uh-huh.
And let's be honest. I don't want my panel to say that. I see you, Reb. Hold on. I want people in the audience to say this. Let me ask you guys a question. How many times you voted for white people and they didn't do nothing for the black community? How many times that we voted for white people and nothing got done in our community? Look at Inglewood, look at Woodlawn, look at Roseland, Lawndale. Look at it. How many times? How many times, people? I need somebody to come on and answer. Not you, Dr. Sanders, but I want them to come on here. I want them to write in the thing. How many times did we vote for white people and nothing happened in our community? We got nothing. I tell you. How many times?
Nothing.
How many times?
Yeah.
How many times we voted for white people and we got nothing? How many times we voted for white people and we got nothing? Nothing. Nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So many times. So many times. How many times? Somebody be honest with me. We voted for white people and we got nothing. We've seen downtown, North Side, Lincoln Park, the Magnificent Mile, get everything. What have we gotten out the deal? What have we gotten out the deal? Besides cops locking us up, putting drugs in our community. We got plenty of drugs. We got plenty of guns in our community. Plenty of guns. Matter of fact, we probably got more guns than we got books in our school. Come on now, somebody help me. We got nothing. We got nothing.
Right.
We got, listen, we got more drugs than they making in other countries. And you would think that in the black community, we manufacturing drugs. They're all in our community.
Yeah,
they're all in our community. How long have white people been in control of this country and still in control and we have nothing? How long? Aren't you tired, black people? Are you tired of being lied to? Are you tired of the whip being cracked on you? Are you tired of being told what to do, how to think, where to go, and what to eat? Are you tired? Come on now, somebody help me out. Help me out. Help me out. Help me out.
Right.
Help me out.
That's right.
Help me out.
Yeah.
Help me out. Help me out. Come on, Reb. Come on, Reb. 6112. Come on, Reb. Help me out, people. I'm telling you. How many? Hold on. Hey, Reb, before you say something, hold on. Let me say something. Let me talk to this brother here since he's a hater. This Xavier, whatever your name is, Johnson. You got to have last name. You might be a troll. I don't know. You might be a troll. But anyway, Mr. Troll. Matter of fact, I'm going to send you a link to come on here so you can talk to us. I want to debate you, brother. I'm going to send you a link to come on my Facebook page. So make sure you put your makeup on and looking good and all that. So when you come on here, I'm going to send you a link. And tell me if you're down for the link, and I'll send you one in the inbox where you can come on my screen and talk to us. Come on, Reb. Go ahead. Come on, Reb.
Hello.
Yeah, what's going on, everybody?
You next. Hold on, young lady. I got Reb first. Go ahead, Reb. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm literally just sitting back. I'm sitting back and I'm trying to enjoy the ride of this campaign. But I'm sitting back and I'm just watching and everything coming down to the wire. So I just want to encourage, man, look, if we know we for Brandon, we need to get out there and support him for real. We really do.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? These polls done closed in on Vallis. He didn't think they was gonna close in on him like that.
Yep.
And now we see that it's for real. Only thing that I worry about is the backlash of it. You know, the closer we get, ain't no telling what these crazy people will attempt to do. And I just pray for his protection. You know, so not only in the coming days of his win, but also as he maintained this office. You know what I'm saying? This is the most powerful seat in the city of Chicago. And they got a lot of people that want to have some type of relation to it to have. Some say so, but the mayor is gonna be the mayor that he's gonna be, and I just don't want to see no backlash from the stuff that has been looking like it's been itching already. His protests popping up at Brandon Johnson's campaign rallies and getting mad because of people speaking truth. You know what I'm saying? When you can get people from other cities. See, that's what they got mad at. When you got other cities coming talking about what Vallis did. You know, so you can't clear no name up when you got a track record. You know, and so we just might see a lot of backlash in that. But I look forward to meeting the brother on the 29th. I look forward to him winning. I look forward to everybody going out there, man. Let's just vote and shut everybody up. You know what I'm saying? Either they're going to put up or they're going to shut up when it's all over with. And really, they got no other choice but to shut up now, because one thing that's dynamic about this brother in the past 2 weeks has been promoted in the atmosphere as it feels here in Chicago. It feels like when Barack Obama was running for president in some locations, and to see how everybody was complaining, Brandon needs to come on the south side. Man, it's not like it wasn't on his agenda, but to see that he gives people what they want, to see that he really like when you feel the spirit of this guy, and I just see him walking in on TV and places. When you see that, you can see the spirit of him and how enthusiastic, how just uplifting this brother is. To get just a mayor, just to know his spirit, you should want a man like that in the office. I'll tell you, I had the opportunity to be in the presence of violence, and I don't like the spirit. It's evil. I mean, I know spirit. I'm a pastor. I know spirit. I'm an atmospheric person. And when you see evilness, you got to just call it for what it is. It's evil, you know. And, you know, I'm looking forward to the campaign finish. I'm looking forward to April 4th. A historic date, man. Look, just look at everything that we face and look at everything we're coming up to. The day of the assassination of the greatest black leader, you know what I'm saying, in our history. So, you know, we got to have an answer for behind it. And I believe God is in the making of it. So, I don't want to say.
Okay.
Encourage people to
go ahead, my
there,
caller.
man,
My new caller. Go ahead. 0265. Go ahead. Go ahead, call. Hey, go ahead, caller. We're here.
Hey, Martin.
I am here. Go ahead.
Hi, this is Kathy. I was calling from a different phone.
Okay, hey, Kathy. I'm trying to figure out who it is. Okay, come on, Kathy. Talk to us. Talk to us.
Listen, just kind of piggybacking off what the gentleman said before. You know, if the race weren't so close, then you wouldn't have Vallis's volunteers out, like you say, pulling up Brandon Johnson signs to put his signs down. And then I'm looking at, like the lady said earlier, these house Negroes that are, you know, rallying behind Vallis. They pretty much have nothing to lose. You look, like I said, Bobby Rush, he's old as dirt. He's about on his way out anyway. And you got Dick Durbin, he's another one, old as dirt, about on his way out. Joyce Kenner, who was the principal of Whitney Young, I guess she's looking for a new job to get another pension or what have you. You can believe she's looking for something out the deal. Willie Wilson, I just can't even explain why he's in there, but that's a whole nother story. Jesse White's 1,000 years old. He's got nothing to lose either. You know, and then I'm looking at Jamal Green. I guess he's the youngest person that was running as a candidate for mayor in the city, and I guess he's just broke. So bus that was on 87th and Halsted for some time now. I guess they repossessed and they put it over here on 83rd and Stony Island now. So I guess maybe he got to pay for whatever for renting that bus. And the other thing is Paul Vallis is 70 years old. He's got a 5-year-old child. I understand his wife nor the child don't even live in Chicago, but nobody's saying anything about that. Not to mention Vallis has a son in San Antonio, Texas, who's also a policeman. So he's going to cater to police because his son killed a black man in San Antonio and got off. So that's why he's rallying behind the police, you know, because they're all in cahoots with one another. So it's just amazing how we're so brainwashed and we feel this white man's ice is colder, you know, than our ice. So it's alarming. It's mind-boggling. It's disturbing that we are so ignorant and we just don't get it. We just don't get it. But like I say, and then I'm going to say one other person, Michelle Hare, she's up there behind them also. She's in the 8th Ward, the alderman over there. The 8th Ward, I don't know if you guys have been to Gary, Indiana, but that's what the 8th Ward looks like right now. Gary, Indiana, like a bomb went through it. Everything over here is boarded up. So I don't know what her point is, because she's not doing enough for the 8th Ward, so it's got to be only for her own, for herself. She's not doing a damn thing over here. I don't know how she got voted back in, but she is pathetic too. But anyway, that's my comment. I'm done. Let the other callers say what they got to say. Talk to you later, Martin.
Thank you, Kathy, for calling in. Yeah, go ahead, Erica.
All right.
Well, Martin, she just telling the truth.
I ain't had to say nothing. I didn't have to say nothing.
Yeah, so I
learned something on that 5-year-old baby.
Mm. Go ahead.
Yeah, that just look. I just got slapped across the head. Where the 5-year-old?
I ain't know nothing about that either. Go ahead, Erica.
Ooh.
Let Erica go. Go ahead, Erica.
Yeah.
Erica, go ahead.
So I don't know if that AVR character took your invitation to join instead of being a coward online. I actually can't.
I sent it to him. Go ahead, Erica. Go ahead.
Okay. But yeah, I actually can't see his comments because I blocked his problematic behind a long time ago. But I'm hearing the feedback in the comments, and I talked to one of the commenters who told me that I guess one of the comments he made was about the fact that I have a biracial child or something to that effect. So let me make something very clear, okay? My child ain't no secret, and my child has every right to be on this earth, and as any mother would, I'm going to protect the right for my child.
That's right.
First and foremost. And then secondly,
hey, hold on, Erica.
Okay,
Erica, hold on. Let me send you a link so you can look them dead in the eyes. So you can look them in the eye.
Okay.
I'm gonna send you a link. You all made up? You all right to come on? You all right to come on?
I'm good.
Okay, I'm gonna send you a link so you can look him in the eyes.
If he comes on here.
Yeah, cause so he can see you. Look him dead in his eyes. Look him dead in his.
Is he coming on? Cause
he ain't coming. He still coming. I can set him and you and a few more other people on. It'll make no difference. Listen.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
let me know. Let me know if he ever get the courage to come on, and then I'll come on for sure.
I'm gonna send, but I want you. I'm gonna send you the link to come on. You look him in the eye. Says he want to talk about your baby, and the baby. The baby's totally innocent. But listen.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute, Martin. You said he's talking about whose child?
Erica child.
That little punk better watch what he's doing. He better not. I have 9 grandchildren, 5 months all the way to 12. Let me tell you something about a mother, dear heart. If you dare attack a mother's child, you might as well take a chain around your neck and go to Lake Michigan, because we are like lions. We will kill you about our children. Keep your mouth off her child. Keep it off of that. Because I promise you, I am a lioness about mine. Grown or not. But my grandchildren, you do not touch her child. Shut your mouth. And your mama should have thought about having your behind when your daddy's firmed up in her. How about that? Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm being just about children.
Yeah, but I don't like that.
Absolutely. I'm like Martin, I'm ready to go. But if you want me to do it on the
come
screen,
on.
I can do
I'll
it on
send
the
you a
screen.
thing. I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. I'll send you the link in your messenger.
Okay.
In your messenger.
Nigga, you
send it to me.
You tell that Negro, if he's a Negro, whoever he is, you tell him I want you to look him dead in his eyes and tell him we don't play that here. Babies are off limits.
I'll hurt you in the street.
Really? All right, I'm gonna be on in a minute.
All right. Yeah. Hey, Reb. Hey, Reb. I know he's listening. But let me just hey, listen. One thing we don't do on here, Reb, we don't mess with people's children. We don't do that. I don't care if they mix, not mixing. We don't play games like that. That's off limits, bro. You ain't gone too far now. You ain't gone too far. Children can't protect themselves.
Mama should have thought about it.
Yeah, you'd have gone too far, bro.
Thinking about having your ear.
Babies are off limits, brother.
I appreciate how the Miss Lady, stood up. I think somebody put on there a mess of Mama Bear Cubs.
Right. You don't do that, bro.
You
We
that's
don't.
what black
We don't do that, brother. Yeah. We don't do that. It's one thing. It's one thing to talk about adults, but it's another thing to talk about babies. We don't do that. We don't do that over on this live. We're not gonna disrespect nobody's baby.
Retarded.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that. Yeah.
This is pure evil over there. That guy over there in the misery of a world, pure evil. Probably ain't that much educated. You know what I'm saying? Nobody told him nothing about himself, or he could just be a prejudiced, racist. You know what I'm saying? You know, he could be a pervert. Never know. You you just got all type of people that jump on your line and want to be seen, no matter what type of character they carry. They want to be seen. They don't want to be heard because they can't be seen. So.
Yeah.
Reverend Mike.
Yeah.
Valid 46, Brandon Johnson 41. So so we got the people. Y'all got to go out there and vote. Now, Dallas 46. I'm looking at it now.
Okay.
Dallas 46 and Brandon 41.
Okay. Get out there and vote, people.
The thing that makes me, and that's the only thing, getting out there to vote. One thing that I've been watching the endorsements. I pay. People may not think that endorsements means a lot. I pay close attention to endorsements, not only because it's organizations that have a lot of power and influence in communities or small businesses, corporations, and everything. Like corporations play a major role in this too because they're people that vote. So endorsements to me is important. When you got somebody with their name stamped behind the character of somebody's campaign, that's very important because that person who put their name behind something have an influence. You know what I'm saying? Of people that's going to follow them. Now, the thing that's going to be tricky about this one that I do like, because it's going to go into Brandon's favor, is that a lot of individual big names that think that their name means something on the endorsement is going to mean something to the point where it's going to turn against themselves because they're endorsing who those that's following them don't agree with. You know, look at the preachers with Willie Wilson, for instance. You know what I'm saying? Look at I seen on the campaign where the whole preacher alliance came behind Willie Wilson. And got everybody out there voting for Willie Wilson. And he turned out pretty good. But then he turned around and those same ones that supported him, and I really get what you mean now that, Mark, when you say he turned his back on his preachers.
Yeah.
Because I don't see none of these preachers, you know what I'm saying, behind Vallis. The same preachers I seen behind Willis, I seen them behind Johnson, you know. So, you know, it's going to be a surprise in this campaign. I think that Johnson will be considered as an underdog because black people are underdogs. Nothing to do with him and his curriculum or nothing. You know what I'm saying? He's more than capable. He's the only one in the race right now that has won an election. You know what I'm saying? Anybody else been appointed.
Right.
You know, so, you know, you just got to look at, you know, you look at the dynamic of what's going on, and that right there are the encouragers. That's what encourages me. I watch. Even though I was very supportive of Johnson, I had to watch Johnson too. You know what I'm saying? But when you listen to a message, you listen long enough, you start to the spirit of somebody.
Okay.
And you'll tell whether it's a lie or not.
Right.
You tell a tree by fruit that it bears. So
that's it. Let me just say something,
that's
people.
how I look at it.
Let me just say something. And no disrespect to the polls. A lot of these polls are done by 500 people. That's it. You can't measure that. They're not doing polls of 10,000 people, 5,000 people, none of that. 500 people. How are they picking that? If I go into a certain community and do a poll on Brandon Johnson, we be winning 75% to 30%. You just don't know. So just don't let that discourage you, people. They're trying what they're trying. It's a game that they're playing. Listen, people, there's a game that they're playing. The majority of people that I know have voted for Brandon Johnson already, even the early election. I'm telling you. So don't be discouraged. Trust me.
Every day they say Brandon.
Yeah. Don't be discouraged. Trust me.
And then another thing, Mark, they're not actually the votes. They haven't started counting the votes yet. I can see if they, did early voting and say, hey, we're gonna count votes all the way up until April 4th.
Right.
So don't gave everybody a chance to vote because they said, you can't go by that.
Black people, let me say this. They are throwing everything at Johnson. You know what I'm saying? They know that this white man has failed everywhere he's been. You got the white Republican. You got the mainstream media doing all types of little tricks, but it ain't working. And remember, I told you guys weeks ago that America spent billions of dollars to keep us from not knowing. They're tired of the black man and the black woman because we're too smart. We know how to read now. We can dissect things. We know their tricks. So they have to go get somebody else so they can play their game on. So people, just trust me on this one. Just stay true. Stay true. Don't be moved by what you see in here. Just know that you know that you know. The outcome is already fixed. Brandon Johnson, April the 4th, is going to be our next mayor here in the city of Chicago, people. Go out and vote. Go get your call up 10 people and tell them to vote for Brandon Johnson. Text them. Vote for Brandon Johnson. This thing is real. I got another caller. Hold on. Robert Brown. Go ahead, Robert Brown. Another caller. Go ahead, Robert. Oh, okay, I got Erica in here too.
Yeah, sorry I came in.
Go ahead. That's okay.
Sorry that I came in kind of late. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like yesterday, like when I was leaving church, I saw all them mega signs and I ripped them up.
Mm-hmm.
I ripped them signs up. 111, because I go to Salem, so as I'm leaving, I'm like, but I don't do a lot of cussing. It's like when I saw that, and I'm like, this the same thing Martin was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Especially Fox News. Fox News is a Republican news channel. A lot of people don't know that. Because they said Brandon Johnson with 41, Paul Vallis 47. Like you said, we cannot. Like they said, don't believe the hype.
Don't believe the hype. They're trying to discourage us. Now, hold on. We want to put a pause in the program. Erica want to say something. Come on, Erica. Speak to your enemy.
Hey, everybody. So, did he ever decide to come on? I don't see him. Well, yeah, Avier. Got all that to say online.
He here. Come on.
Okay. So, I want to address you having the audacity to address the fact that I have a biracial child. Because one thing you're going to understand is that my child has a right to exist. And as any mother, I'm going to always stand for the right for my child to exist, which is why we should even be fighting right now for what we're fighting for for our children. Number one. And Martin, please forgive me because I may cuss.
Okay. I'm going to forgive you before you do it. Okay.
I may cuss.
Okay.
So let me be clear about something. It don't matter what race of dude I may have had a child with, I may have dated in the past. I wake up black every day.
All right now.
When the police pull me over, they don't say, oh, she has a white baby's father, so we're going to leave that one alone. It don't work like that, you idiot. So when you try to come for me about how my child came on this earth, it shows your ignorance. It shows your ignorance. And that being said, if you wanna go into the business, okay? Some of the things that us women out here have to deal with, just so y'all know, it's the only reason I'm bringing it up, is because people need to understand what us women who are trying to do this work out here have to go through. The real reason you mad, Avier, is because you came in my inbox trying to get with me with your ugly ass, and I told you to get to stepping.
Woo.
And you got mad.
Oh my God.
And you've been on my tail ever since. Okay? It's weird. It's creepy. Go to hell. Don't speak about my child. And while my white baby's father may have impregnated my poom poom, these white men is impregnating your brain. Get free. All right, I'm done with them. Y'all can have the scraps.
Thank you. All right, go ahead, Marcus. Go ahead. She just had to. I wanted her to do that. Go ahead.
Basically, what I want to say is, don't pay attention to these polls right now due to early voting.
Right.
They are manipulating the numbers and so on. They are manipulating the numbers, and they're doing that purposely. The media is going to put Paul Vallis ahead of Brandon Johnson just to discourage anybody from voting for Brandon Johnson. Do not pay attention to that projected poll. That doesn't mean that Brandon is going to lose. You go out and vote anyway. Go out and vote anyway. Go vote. Do early voting. If you paying attention to those polls, Go out and early vote. And I'll stay on the line.
Okay, cool. And listen,
All right.
people, listen. White people don't want to be held accountable to black people. They don't like to answer to black people. I'm just telling the truth. And shame the devil. Let me hit that button. I ain't here. Tell the truth. And what? And shame the devil. And I'm speaking truth. I'm speaking truth to power. They know this man is not qualified to run the city of Chicago. He's a failure. Why is it that all of these Republicans, hold on, let me point them out. Let me call them out. Let's go to the page. Let me get them out. Why are all these Republicans, hold on, let me get them on the page, is backing Paul Vallas? Because they got some skin in the game. Let me show you guys. Let's get it there. We'll have a teaching lesson, because some of us, we don't get it. We don't. Now, here you go. You see all four of these Republicans: Sam Zell, Jennifer Pritzker, Ron Gilwitz, and Ken Griffin. These are billionaires, millionaires and billionaires. Okay, now take in mind that the city of Chicago is a Democratic city, supposed to be ran by Democrats. But listen, that white skin of theirs, they don't care about that bird. And I told you that bird, that Republican bird, and that Republican Democrat is the same wing. Both of them are wings on the same bird at the end of the day. And all of them work together to keep the black man and the black woman down. They don't want us in power. Only time that they want us in power when they can control us and when we fear them. They can't stand when they see a black alpha male dominant that's fearless. They don't like it. Ask yourself this question. Look at the screen. You got 3 white men and 1 white lady. All the millionaires and billionaires pouring millions of dollars inside of this campaign. Come on, people. We can take them out. All we got to do is walk to the polls and punch Brandon name. That's it. It'll be all over. Back to the drawing board. That's all we have to do, people. That's all we have to do. Get your teenager up. Get your 18-year-old up. Your 19 and 20-year-old up. Say, come on, son. Come on, niece. Come on, nephew. Walk them. Hold their hand and walk them to the poll and tell them push Brandon Johnson. Listen, this man got thugs working with him on the street, ex-cons working with him, trying to intimidate people. He got the police working with him. Now, come on now. You're supposed to be against violence, but you're promoting it. And we see it. You done made all these black people promises. All of them. Well, come on, let's call some of these black people names out. I'm going to call their name out. I don't care nothing about none of them. I'm going to call their name out. I got a screen. All right, here they scream. Dr. Willie Wilson, you promised him something. Dr. Joyce, you promised her something. Jesse White, I don't know what's in the skin in him. Michelle Harris, I know you promised her something. Roderick Sawyer, come on now. Roger, I can't believe, unbelievable. You know he got promised something. Derek Curtis, you know you got promised something. Somebody gonna be what's that? Miss Emma. And who was that? Walter Burnett. You know he, and Anthony Bill, come on. And David Moore. I'm more disappointed than anybody on this is David Moore and Greg Mitchell. It's many others. Jamal Green. You have promised these people something if they support you. You're trying to get the black people behind you. And the black people, this goes to show you that your vote counts. If your vote didn't count, Paul Vallas he wouldn't come in the black community at all. He wouldn't be going to the black faith leaders, the black politicians, the black ex-cons in their organization. He wouldn't be going to them. Listen, he know he have enough money. He know he have enough backing. But Paul, let me tell you this, it ain't so. We're not going back. We're not going back. And I hate to see these young folks tear this city up if you get in, because that's what's going to happen. Trust me. That's what's going to happen.
They need to.
That's what's going to happen.
They need to.
That's what's going to happen.
They need to.
I tell you.
And Martin, they need to beat the black folks who endorsed them. They need to run this, because they'll be running back into the streets to keeping the peace. They need to run their ass about it. Excuse me for cursing, but we are tired of this regime. You got black children living in houses that ain't even got no heat or lights because of this white supremacy regime. We are not going back. And I see black people commenting on your live talking about, well, Paul Vallas got the endorsement of CTA. So what? He got the endorsement of CTA. We are not going backwards. And you all shouldn't want to go backwards, especially those of you kids, because the police is going to mess with the black youth. That's who they go after. The white lion attacks the babies. If you study nature, lions attack the babies. They attack the weakest link. They're going to attack our youth. That's what they're going to attack. They want to jail them. That could be your son, and you're going to regret that you stood with this man, that you voted for this man, and that you endorsed this man. Because when they lock up your son, you're going to want to foam at the mouth, and you're going to want to come into the black community and get us to go to jail and dance in the streets with you. Well, the black community got to quit letting these people come back into the community. We got to shut the gate. We got to put a padlock on the gate. You don't have a black pass. Go over there and sit with your slave master and die with your slave master. We don't need you and I. You don't speak for us. You don't speak for all of us. In fact, the media made some of our leaders, but we didn't. They didn't sit down with the entire black community of Chicago. Whatchamacallit didn't sit down with the black youth of Chicago and they voted that he was going to be their voice. No. The media made him that. The white mainstream, that's what they mean by mainstream media. The white media created some of our leaders today. We didn't have a vote. They appointed our leaders. They killed our real leaders and appointed us fake leaders. And we're tired of it.
That's true.
Marcus, you mentioned about the CTA had the endorsement. That ain't for all them CTA workers.
Thank you.
People have to understand, just because the president of CTA, that's his choice, but he does not act on that behalf of all the drivers, bus mechanics, and none of them, because they can't do that. So just because he does it does not mean that all of those CTA workers are supporting Vallas. They can't do that. They can't tell you, well, you got to rush here, go what I'm going to go with. No, that's not. So if he want to choose that, that's on him. But all those bus drivers are not voting for no Vallas.
No, not at all.
That's so possible.
Take a break.
Not at all.
Not at all. We ain't going. Hey, Reb, I hear you talking. You got to mute your phone. Reb, mute your phone.
I'm sorry, Omar.
Mute your phone. Okay. Yeah. For real. That's right. And because
I know I went to the bottom of the pool part.
Go ahead, Marcus.
I said I know I went to the bottom of the pool.
Yeah.
But we got to go to the bottom of the pool. We got to let these sharks know that if you come to the surface, you will be dealt with. And it just makes me mad because I feel that should nobody black be standing behind this man.
Right.
As much hell as we raise in the city, and the blood that we see, the videotapes are modern day hanging.
Right.
We've seen these police officers kill black people and get away with it. They used to pull all the slaves out and watch. A slave had to watch their mother or father or child be mutilated or hanged right in front of them. Aren't you all tired of seeing this and just getting on pulling out your phones, talking about arguing with the police? Arguing with them ain't doing no good. We got to get somebody in City Hall that's going to put legislation on the books and make them pay. Make their food be taken out of their kids' mouths for being racist and crooked and dirty. We got to make them pay, because you talk about black on black crime. They created black on black crime. They created it. They're not trying to stop crime in our neighborhood. They're getting rich off of it.
Yep,
they control the dope. They control the ships that bring the dope in here. The military bringing the dope and the guns in here and putting them on our street. I know I'm at the bottom of the pool now. I'm on the drain.
Yeah.
They trying. Hey, the Republicans trying to.
I'm back on.
Go ahead, Erica. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I'm back on. I just want to thank everybody, thank the panel. I took a moment to do a woosah. Good now. Say what I had to say. And I just appreciate all of you, Marcus, Dr. Sanders, Rev. Sorry I had to put a little fire on them up in here. But you know, sometimes that's what you got to do. And for those of us women, I just wanted to also share, like, just for, it wasn't to be messy, but it is kind of messy, but it's the truth. What we have to go through sometimes in this work, like when men, in particular, certain men, not the men on this panel, thank goodness for y'all. I'm so thankful for you, Martin. But certain men cannot handle an intellectual debate with us. They cannot get with us on an intellectual level. And so because of that, they have to resort to these types of things. And so, that's just very unfortunate, but it's also revealing the type of people that are supporting Valis, right? These are the type of people that are supporting Valis, and they're starting to show their true colors. They are not for our children. They're not, definitely not for all of our children. I sure wouldn't trust my baby with them. You know what I'm saying? So it's really a time that everything is starting to be revealed.
That's correct. That's it. Dr. Sanders.
Yes, sir. Well, like I said, when it comes to children and grandchildren, I would do what I have to do. If I have to go to jail or give my life. But one thing I'm not going to have is nobody, be it man or woman, to attack anybody's child. I mean what I say. I really honestly do. And Martin, I think I told my granddaughter's father, if I ever catch you, you're going to wish to God your mama wouldn't have not gave birth to you. And that's how I feel, because you're mean. When it comes to what we're dealing with right now, this is a serious situation right here. And no child should be attacked. If you don't like kids, then keep it out your mouth. Because you got to walk out your door.
That's right. Let me say something.
And I just wanted to add, not that it makes a difference how old my child is, because no matter what age my child is, it would be egregious. But just full disclosure, y'all, my baby is 3 years old. This dude is on here attacking a 3-year-old baby. So just anything else you got to say on this chat, Avier, you are only exposing your character and who you are, and you are only revealing the type of mindset that people who are in that camp, who are with this Republican white supremacist disgusting crap, how y'all actually think.
I sent him a link. I sent him a link. He won't come on. I sent him a link before I sent to you. Yeah, I sent him a link. Let me just say this. What you see on the screen is Commander John Byrd. This Caucasian police commander, he incarcerated, he made black men, all black men, confess to crimes that they didn't do. I believe it was over 200 black men, and put them in jail. So
I remember that.
I'm listening. This is the Chicago Police Department. This is the same Chicago department that killed the Black Panthers, Fred Hampton. Them. So people, they have a history of not doing right by black people. So don't act like the police all innocent now. Don't get me wrong. And I'm not saying all of them bad. I would never say that. But they have a history. The cops, these racist cops, these Proud Boys, these Klan members, these good old boys, they are on the force. And that's why the force is so jacked up right now, is because of them. I'll tell you. It's jacked up because of them. They don't want to talk about this. That's a pet. They don't want to talk about it. Anything that happened to black people, they don't want to talk about it. They tell us, forget about it and get over it. But they don't tell the Jews that. They don't tell the Jews that.
Oh, no.
So I'm telling you, people, this is real. And let's go to this white racist fraternal order policeman right here. We're gonna pull him up too. Because he's sick.
Is innocent. I'm here to say you're only really here.
Hold on, let me play.
Before Juan McDonald got killed, nobody gave a shit about him, and he was running the streets all buck wild.
So he deserved to be shot 16 times?
You know what? They should have shot him 18.
You are so disgusting. You are so disgusting.
Listen up,
You
people.
an evil asshole. And you gonna rot in hell for that shit. You gonna rot in hell for that shit. You just said that a 17-year-old boy should be shot 18 times. You disgusting.
You just said not.
Yeah. Who you work for? Who did you work for? Who did you work for? I want you to just hear what. No, I want you to just hear what he just said first. Hear what he just said. I want you to hear what he just said first. What you just said? Tell her what you just said.
Ask me the question, I'll give you the answer.
Okay, I said, do you think that Laquan McDonald should have been shot 16 times?
Should have probably been shot more. He was a threat to the community.
So do you think that was okay?
No, I don't. That's
what I'm saying.
Let it play again.
Smollett is innocent. I'm here to say you're only
This is
really
Fraternal Order Police.
Before Laquan McDonald got killed, nobody gave a shit about him, and he was running the streets all buck wild.
Oh my God! Okay? So he deserved to be shot 16 times.
You know what? They should have shot him 18.
You are so disgusting. You are so disgusting. You are an evil asshole. And you gonna rot in hell for that shit. You gonna rot in hell for that shit. You just said that a 17-year-old boy should be shot 18 times. You disgusting.
You just said not.
He'll never say that about a white boy.
Who did you work for? You did you work for? I want you to just hear what. No, I want you to.
He'll never say that about a white boy. He'll never say that. That goes show the hatred. These are people that's backing Paul Vallis. These are the people that he wanted to bring some of these old people that retired from this police department back on. Come on, people. Do we need that? And listen, let me say something to every black person that's listening to me that live in these high crime areas. Whenever you have felt safe in these communities, what makes you think that if Paul Vallis is going to get in, he's going to make you feel safe? Whenever have you ever felt safe living in some of these high crime areas? Drug infested, gang infested, prostitution, dope dealing, drive-by shooting, carjacking. Whenever you felt safe in these black communities? Tell me, talk to me. Talk to me. So what makes you think that another 1,800 cops, which you know they're going to be deployed probably downtown and north side area to guard the Magnificent Mile and Lincoln Park? Trust me. Now, we've been complaining about the violence. We've been complaining about the carjacking, the armed robbery, the rape, the gang banging. Now, all of a sudden, you're going to tell us you're going to stop crime. It ain't going to happen. The same people that's telling us they're going to stop crime is putting the drugs in the community and the guns in the community. Why is it that our young people, our youth, can get a hold to everything that's not good for them easily? But those things like employment, those things like mental health that could help them, tutors that can help them in life, trades, is exempt. They can't get it. It's not in arm's length.
Can't get it.
Can't get it. Come on, people. And you're going to vote for a white known racist that tried to erase Black history out of our books, out of our school, that got fired in Philly, got fired in Connecticut? Come on now. New Orleans, Chicago. The list goes on. What kind of track record he got? Go ahead, Dr. Sanders. I know you want to come in. I ain't got you fired up.
Yeah, you fired up. I was like,
no.
Listen,
go ahead, Dr. Sanders.
Listen, go ahead, Dr. Sanders. Let me play something.
No, you're right. Because when you
go ahead, Dr. Sanders. Go ahead. Go ahead, Dr. Sanders.
Safari. That represented something ugly.
Right.
Being a racist and y'all still don't see it. That means you are blind. You don't want to see it.
They don't want to see it.
Tunnel vision. You don't care to look at the truth. Only thing we have not seen that would probably, if we had a secret camera, is him to cut a Negro in half. But you won't believe. You be like, oh, he. I already know how your thinking is. It's a sad day in life for me to see. And Martin is going in hard on you all because you still don't understand. You're looking at somebody who, he at 7 years old, he at 5. What are you going to do with a 5-year-old? I'm 70 years old. I mean, come on. He's on the brink of having Alzheimer's. So my whole thing is, he don't love me. And the guy that said to the fraternal order police, somebody should have smacked the taste out of his mouth. That's when you go at war with somebody. Because he's talking about killing your people. So you're okay with killing your people, right? Help me, God. Help me, Jesus. Help me, help me, help me. Martin, go ahead.
Okay, listen. All right, I'm finna play some people. Here we go. This is what I want to play. Our dear brother.
Paul Vallas is an enemy of police reform. Paul Vallas is an enemy of police transparency. If Paul Vallas, our beautiful black children who were kissed by the sun, if Paul Vallas is elected mayor, it will continue to be city-sanctioned murder. It's a reason that the FOP endorsed Paul Vallas, because they know Paul Vallas is going to sanction the hunting of black people. That's right. Let me tell you clearly, Paul Vallas is an enemy of police reform. Paul Vallas is an enemy of police transparency. If Paul Vallas, our beautiful black children who were kissed by the sun, if Paul Vallas is elected mayor, it will continue to be city-sanctioned murder. It's a reason that the FOP endorsed Paul Vallas, because they know Paul Vallas is going to sanction the hunting of black people. That's right. Let me tell you clearly, Paul Vallas is an enemy of police reform. Paul Vallas is an enemy of police transparency. If Paul Vallas, our beautiful black children who were kissed by the sun, if Paul Vallas is elected mayor, it will continue to be city-sanctioned murder. It's a reason that the FOP endorsed Paul Vallas, because they know Paul Vallas is going to sanction the hunting of black people.
I'll rest my case. Now, listen. Now, listen, people. Now, I'm listen.
That's Eric.
That's Eric. That's Eric. I'm telling y'all, people, this is real now. This is no joke. I'm trying to educate y'all now. This is no game. I'm trying to educate you. I'm trying to educate, because this thing is real, people. This is real, people. This is real. I'm telling you, I'm educating y'all tonight. The class is in session tonight. I want to let y'all see it's in session tonight. I tell you, this is real. And get up and go out and vote. And we're going to fight. And when we listen to this, people. Listen, we got testimonies. Listen to this sister here. This is how some folks think. Look at it, Doctor. Listen to this.
I think that
listen to
it
this.
is very unfortunate that we have no patience, no love, and no understanding of each other. We really have to get to a place where we can see collective solutions and not just throw them in jail, just throw them in jail, just throw them in jail. What has that fixed so far?
See?
You brought up Yummy. That's way before social media. I remember that. It didn't stop the violence that was on the street. And there was a time in jail where you had rehabilitative programs that they're taking out. You look at Chicago in particular, and I'm gonna speak on only what I know. These I think that
go ahead.
It is very unfortunate that we have no patience, no love, and no understanding of each other. We really have to get to a place where we can see collective solutions and not just throw them in jail, just throw them in jail, just throw them in jail. What has that fixed so far? You brought up Yummy. That's way before social media. I remember that. It didn't stop the violence that was on the street. And there was a time in jail where you had rehabilitative programs that they're taking out. You look at Chicago in particular, and I'm gonna speak on only what I know. These I think that.
All right. See, I mean, she made it like a lot of good points. That's why I wanted to bring her up. And people, the class is in session. This thing is real. This thing is real, people. We're in danger. We have to come out here and do it, people. We have to get out here and do it. I'm telling you.
Martin, can I say something?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. I don't know if people are aware. During the days of slavery, after the Civil War and all that, Black people put their money in this particular bank. I think it was one bank that they could only put their money in. and this white guy was over that bank. He took all of them people's hard-earned money and ran with it. That's what Paul Vallas is going to do with you Negroes who he promised something to. You're not going to get it. That's what white folks do. They gave the Indian blankets laced with smallpox. So watch the turkeys they're giving you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what they.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you.
Follow the money.
Follow the money, people. Follow the money. 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 I want to hear from Reb. I ain't heard from him in a minute. Come on. Yeah, go ahead, Erica. Go ahead.
Oh no, Rev. I want to hear from Rev too. I haven't heard from Rev.
Go ahead, Erica.
I'll go after Rev.
No, go now.
Okay.
Hello?
Okay.
Hello?
You gotta wait, Reb.
Oh, yes,
I stuck Erica in front of you. Go ahead. Go ahead, Erica. Wait, Reb.
Thank y'all. I just wanted to comment too on the police situation because one thing I think that's not clear to folks, especially that don't live in our communities, like I'm in Inglewood and like in the hoods and stuff, and Black communities especially, when we have more police in our communities, first of all, the police that's here already don't, like, people act like the police be jumping in front of bullets or something, like, for Black people. Police protect property at most, and merchandise and capital. That's what the police do. As far as protecting our Black behinds, they not jumping in front of bullets for us. They show up after the fact. But the idea of having more police, people don't understand. For us, it's like playing Russian roulette, because we are just waiting for the next trigger-happy officer who claims they feared for their life to pull the trigger on one of us because we reached for our wallet and they thought it was a gun. They felt, quote-unquote, afraid when as a mental health crisis happening. We just playing Russian roulette every time we call them, because even when we, like, I don't know if y'all know the story of Quintonio LeGrier and Betty Jones. Mm-hmm. Quintonio LeGrier was a young Black man who was having a mental health crisis, and his parents called the police because they didn't know what to do and they wanted to get him help. And the downstairs neighbor, an elderly Black woman, simply opened the door for them. And the minute she opened the door, they shot her dead. She was just opening the door for the police. Like, we playing Russian roulette with our lives when we call the police, because they might turn the gun on us. And that's the chance we take when we call the police to, quote unquote, help us. And that's what people that's not from our communities don't understand. And if y'all understand the game of Russian roulette, you spin the barrel, and whichever chamber the bullet might be in, you pull the trigger. And you might get the chamber that ain't got no bullet. You might get some help that day. But it might be that day when you pull that trigger and it's the one with the bullet. And that's what it's like for our communities when there's more and more police. I wanted to say that.
All right, before
Reb.
Okay, Reb, hold on. Before Reb go. How many Black people did you know that was lynching white people? How many of you know that? Now, was they just lynching us because we were bad people, or we didn't do what they say, or they were just having a picnic? You know what I'm saying? What was it? See, we don't want to talk about that dark side of history. We want that erased. Uh-huh. We don't want to talk about that our little babies was fed to alligators. We don't want to talk about the Jim Crow, the white water fountain, the white bathroom, and the white cemetery, and the white beach, the white restaurants. Yep. We don't want to talk about that. Whatever happened to that? We don't want to talk about the right that you couldn't marry a white person until 1967. You know, we don't want to talk about things like that. Listen, these people still have hatred for us. Still have hatred for us.
Yeah, they do.
They may not be hanging us on the regular now, on the tree, listen, for low-hanging fruit, but they're hanging us in the court system. They're hanging us when they pull us over and shoot us. They're hanging us, sending us to prison when we didn't do anything. Listen, I want to tell you something out there. I want to speak to all my gang banging families. Those of you that's under the 5, those of you that under the 6, the diamond, and my young people, the gangs. They don't care what star you represent, what clique you represent. They locking us all up. Locking us all up.
Yeah.
And if we don't get a hold to this thing, now we can't save every young person because we realize that there are some of you that's going to be a career criminal no matter what. But those that we can save and snatch out of the fire, we want them. We want them. We want them. Here's we got a black, articulate, educated man, family man, God-fearing man, working man, a politician man. You don't want them. You trying to find everything under the sun to justify your greedy self for taking money for not voting for Brandon Johnson. Because to be honest with you, that's what it's all about with the white man. You know the white man gonna promise you something or give you some money. That's all what it's about. But I'm here to tell you, read my lips, you on the wrong side of history, my brother and my sister. If you got that mentality, think white is always righty, you're brainwashed. And when they talk about crime and all you think about is black people, you are brainwashed. What about the criminals that wear the suit and ties every day, that sit in city council, who wearing the doctor uniforms in the hospitals, the bankers? What about them criminals? Nobody wants to talk about those criminals. What about the criminals that's stealing body parts, organs? We don't want to talk about those type of criminals, but we want to talk about the low-level crimes. We want to magnify that. And listen to me too. Listen to me. I want to say this too. Then I'm gonna let you go, Reb. I feel it right now. Anytime you meet a person that never have nothing good to say about nobody, you better get away from them. That's a miserable person. That is a miserable person. That's a person with low self-esteem. He's a hater. He's evil. He's envy. He's jealous. So if you ever run into a person, especially a black person, that don't have nothing good to say about another black person, of all accomplishments that we have acquired in this country, and they have nothing good to say about a black person, you better run and get away from them. Matter of fact, don't even eat their food. Don't trust them. Go ahead, Reb. I think I'm going to put that in the reel. Go ahead, Reb. Whew. My.
I'm sitting up here and I'm listening to you guys, and I'm sitting up here and I'm kind of like in my head trying to answer some questions that I just always been asking myself, like, because it's so much that we deal with, and it's a high bar because we sitting down here on the lower parts of this chaos. Or these evil people. We sitting on the lower part. We the ones that's dealing with the oppression. So I be thinking about America did to their own, which is us, because we it was built off the back of us. But I think about the foreign relations that America has influenced throughout the world. And how America got more enemies than they got allies. If there's anybody that's ride with America, anybody under NATO, it's because of the fear of them. If you can't beat them, join them type of mentality that America and those put out there about themselves. I think about Russia. I think about China. I think about Iran. I think about all the headaches of America. These other powers, superpowers, and how they're colliding, and it's nothing that NATO and America can do about it. I mean, like the last thing that I think the president is worried about is race and things that's going on in America, because there's so much going on outside of America that can be a default on America itself. You know what I'm saying? America is falling. You know what I'm saying? Minister Farrakhan speaks it all the time on how America is falling. It's coming to, she's coming to her end. And that's what we have to, you know what I'm saying, in hope, you know what I'm saying? Like, because honestly, we can continue to speak about what we go through, but nobody's going to sit up there and unify and go against Chicago police. Nobody's going to go against the police in any of these other cities and states like that. It's going to have to take a phenomenal situation to happen where America is going to be overturned within itself on the inside, but because of the neglect of protecting itself from the outside. You understand? So I just sit back. I'm 38 now. I don't know what 10 years going to look like from now. By the grace of God, you know what I'm saying, I can live and see what I truly believe. Like that which they say would never end, that which they say would never fall will have its end. And how great would that fall be? That's what Chicago police, you know, everything. I think in the matter of what we did, like when we do things like support Brandon Johnson, being the next mayor, when we come together as Black people through all we go through, when we stay pro-Black, when we stick together and things like that, I think those are medicines in the process of through all what we've been through before we got here up until this point where all this is going to be over. So Brandon Johnson being mayor of Chicago for us, I mean, in this time on that day, it's like medicine to the hopelessness that we do have. It gives hope. You know what I'm saying? It gives hope, not even against, like, because if we could all stick together, we ain't got to worry about FOP. We ain't got to worry about that white systematic mentality of race, you know, that white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? But as long as we individually, the way we are, they're gonna always be able to catch, you know what I'm saying, the sheep away from his flock. You know what I'm saying? And that's the tactics that they have to divide us, you know what I'm saying? Because they can't get us all as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Why you think the IRS ain't going after everybody for the PPPs and stuff? Because they can't get everybody as a whole, but they pick the ones that got the best out of them. You know what I'm saying? And got that $200 million, and they lock them up. So it's like they divide us, they separate us, and it's important for us. If we do that for the past 50 years, that's what they've been doing. Because Black people been more together back then in the struggle of civil rights movement than that's the closest time I ever seen Black people together, except for they was out in the cotton field. But ever since that, Black people ain't been together, you know. So we gotta find that hope in coming together, because together we're gonna be good. But we also gotta look at the hope and look at the stuff that God's gonna bring upon America. There's things that's going on in the world that I don't care what America try to do. There ain't nothing like that. Shows you the weakness of America when America couldn't stop Putin from doing what he did to Ukraine. And that ain't even American business. But it's politics and power and everything. You know what I'm saying? So you see it's losing its strength. Even NATO themselves, all these countries come together, and one man can sit up there and fear them and put them in a fear, saying, "Man, if you do too much, I'm gonna send a nuke." You know what I'm saying? The only thing they've been doing is sending ground equipment. They ain't sending no type of air equipment for them people over there because they're afraid. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, man, let's sit back. I think we should enjoy this ride, this campaign. We always prepare for the worst, but we keep our mind on the hope of the best. You know what I'm saying? But let all this stuff, everything we do, be a lesson for us. Let the struggle be a lesson for us. Let our disagreements be a lesson for us to come together to agree. Let our children and the sacrifices that we just be a lesson for us. I don't think that we really take things that we go through as a lesson. That's what I'm trying to say to my friends right now. I'm on the phone with them behind the death of my nephew. Like, I don't think we take stuff as a lesson. And the sad part about it, you know what, I'm not going to go there with it. That's pretty much personal, but we got to take things as a lesson, no matter what it is. Jesus always stood up there and did something to the point where he used every single opportunity as a teaching moment. So I try to follow and I try to learn more of the principles. I mean, we know they lied about what color he was, but I mean, I focus on principles of things. It's a principle to everything. Just like it's a principle to this campaign right here. But let our principle and what we believe in, the principle of what we are, you know what I'm saying, get the victory, because it's standing together. And that's all I think I want to say for the night. And I enjoyed the conversation and listening.
Thank you, because Rev, you was all over the place. Go ahead, Erica. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I wanted to just throw out a suggestion to the listeners and everyone listening, and also to spread it amongst people that you know. So right now, we need to really go hard or go home. Like, this is serious, y'all. I talked earlier in the program about this also being a spiritual battle. Rev, I don't know if you heard that part, but I'm sure you could resonate that we battle not against flesh and blood, but principalities and powers. There's also a spiritual battle going on in Chicago. There's a stronghold on this city, so we need our prayer warriors, intercessors, everybody. But at the same time, faith without works is dead. So we need to be out here. And I would like to propose that we do a bring a buddy with you to vote. Like, for everybody who's for Brandon, right, who planned on voting by yourself, bring somebody with you. And not just somebody who was going to vote already, but somebody you know who don't usually vote. Somebody you know who don't usually engage. Show them some of the videos Martin has been sharing, like that CPD officer, FOP officer talking about Laquan should have got shot 18 more times and all of that stuff. Share some of that with them and bring that person with you so we can double our turnout. That is something that we can do. You know who these people are. And I mentioned earlier about how this is a repeat of history. Understanding history is so important because it is a blueprint for us. History does not exist to ignore it. History exists to learn from it. And in our history, on the plantations, I mentioned earlier about the house Negroes, the Willie Lynch letter, and then the field Negroes. But one of the things about, we see the house Negroes in full display right now in Chicago, eating with massa and getting a little extra piece of fat back. But with the field Negroes, one thing we can learn from history is that the field Negroes tended to be more despondent. They tended to be more dejected. They didn't believe. So just imagine this, y'all. Back during the war against the Confederacy and the Union, there was field Negroes who, like people like Harriet Tubman, was fighting with the Union. She became General Tubman. There were slaves who fought with the Union, even though the Union wasn't perfect, but they knew the Confederacy needed to lose. And they would go to other field slaves and be like, hey, we need to fight. We need to help the Union to win. And you know what some of those other field Negroes said? They said, man, Abraham Lincoln ain't finna sign no Emancipation Proclamation. He ain't finna free no Negroes. That ain't finna happen, man. This has been going on for 400 years. That ain't finna, just think about that. Think about how some of these field Negroes were so dejected that they didn't believe that the historical Emancipation Proclamation was real and that there wasn't thousands of people dying on a battlefield as they spoke. That's how dejected they were. So we have to reach out to our fellow field Negroes, and we need to find the ones that do believe. We need to find the ones that's willing to watch the videos that Martin is sharing and willing to listen. And we need to bring a buddy with us to vote out of that group. That's how we win this thing. We can't just pray. We got to pray, though, but we also got to do this work. And I think that's a great way we could do it. Bring a buddy with you who typically wouldn't vote. Bring another field Negro with you who typically wouldn't vote.
All right, I want to bring up another point too. Okay, listen up, people. Hold on, I'm sorry. I want to bring up Mark too, because he shares some interesting points. Let me show you. Bring Mark in. Let me real quick screen sharing, and I want you guys to listen to this too. This is a great. All right, what did I do? Screen sharing. Hold on. All right, settings. I'm sorry, people. All right, let me go back and I bring this in. Screen sharing. All right, I think that's it. No, not it. Yeah, that's it right there. Share. All right. All right, let me play this for you guys. All right, close that one. And I want you to listen to this brother. He makes a lot of sense.
Boogeyman that everybody has been using as the Chicago Teachers Union. The Chicago Teachers Union is not going to take control of the 5th floor. The Chicago Teachers Union is not responsible for the conditions.
Hold on, I'm sorry, y'all. That ain't the one I wanted, but that was a good one. That's not the one I wanted. I'm sorry, people. Just hold on. That's when we was Operation Push. That's not the one I wanted. The one to yeah, that's not the one I wanted. I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry. All right. Let's see. All right, I want this one.
Black person that's voting for Paul Vallis. They're looking for something. They're not looking nothing for the black race. They're looking for something for their organization or for their own individual. That's what they're looking for. That's what they're looking for. Nobody in their mind, right mind, they call themselves pro-black is going to vote for Paul Vallis. You're just not going to do it. It ain't going to happen. Listen, I'd rather for you to sit on the sidelines and say nothing. But when I see you calling yourself pro-black and voting for Paul Vallis, and you know you have a track record of destroying everything in his direction, wherever you've been, New Orleans, Philly, Connecticut, Chicago, his track record speaks for itself, people. Don't get got, people. Don't get got. Listen, Paul Vallis can't promise all of y'all something. Somebody's going to be left off the table. And you know the average.
That's what I want to say. That's one of them. Stop and say that. Okay, I want to hear from Marcus. Come on, Marcus. I haven't heard from you in a while. Come on, Marcus. It's live, uncut, unedited.
Well, I mean, basically, I've been listening to everybody's point of view. And the bottom line is, if we want to win, our people got to come out and vote.
Mm-hmm.
Even in early voting, the numbers, Brandon should be surpass Paul Vallis right about now.
It could be. We don't know.
Our people, right, it could be. We still need to come out and vote just in case we need to be extra loaded. We need to have that extra ammo just in case.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope we come out during the polls. People, don't let the weather stop you. If it rains, if it's pouring down rain, you make your way to the polling place and you cast your vote. And those of you who have a job, by law, you have an hour to go out and vote. They cannot stop you from voting. And to the CTA bus drivers and train drivers, get people where they need to go so that they can vote. Don't be slowing up. Don't fall. Because in Chicago, it's an old saying that CTA starts acting up on election day. That's to slow you down from voting. Go vote. Better yet, use the early voting to go vote. And then you don't have to worry about those little glitches on the day of the election. Go vote. Al Sharpton came here, and one of the things he said in Reverend Hatz's church is, first of all, we got to know who we are. We got to know what we've been through. King said that Chicago was one of the most racist cities in the country. And it was racism that he had never seen. And he had been through racism in the South, but he ain't never seen racism like he's seen in Chicago. Al Sharpton added to that by saying, even still today, Chicago is the most racist city in the country, the most segregated city in the country. The Chicago police, along with the FBI, killed Fred Hampton and killed many more unknown civil rights activists who was rising up in Chicago. We don't need no more neighborhoods set on fire. We don't need no more stores on fire. Young people, you want to burn something, you 18, you 19 years old, go cast your vote. And if I were you, I would vote for Brandon Johnson. Brandon Johnson ain't going to be the black Jesus, but hey, vote for him and keep that seat black. White folks always talking about we're voting on race. We're not just voting on race, but hell, they vote on race every day. Everything they do is about race. They call us black, and to me, that's offensive when the news call us black. So, but you don't hear the news saying white. You know, you don't hear the news calling Jews Jews, but they call us black every day. They'll put a Confederate flag up and tell us to get over it. But if we flew the Nazi flag in our neighborhood, they would come over here in a droves, or they will pull out, they will close their businesses down on us. That's how unified Jews are. So We have got to unify and come out and vote and show Paul Vallis that the Negroes you bought did not work. They could not turn the vote around. Don't give those Negroes the energy to say that their endorsement turned the vote around. We have got to come out and vote. Vote, vote, vote. Let's vote Paul Vallis out of office before he step in office.
Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking I'm gonna get ready to end it there too. It's about almost 2 hours. Yeah, 1 hour and 50 minutes. All right. I want to say everybody type in comments. Happy birthday, Brandon. Happy birthday, Brandon. Thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for what you're about to do. Thank you for what you're going to do. Tomorrow is still early voting. You can get out and early vote if you choose to. I'm voting for Brandon Johnson. I'm hoping that you vote for Brandon Johnson as well. People, let's make a better Chicago. Brandon Johnson is better for Chicago. Brandon Johnson is better for Chicago. Brandon Johnson is better for Chicago. And we want to keep saying that. We need to go out there. The Bible said faith without works is dead. So we have to go out there and put some action behind our words. We have to speak life. The Bible said power of life and death is in the tongue. So we have to speak life. Speak life into this. Know that you know that you know that you know that you know. Right now, they're looking at us as David, and Paul Vallis is Goliath. He's the giant in this race with all the money. But it took a few stones. David got that slingshot, and went to work on David. So that's what we're going to do. They're calling us David, but we're going to take the title David. But we know at the end, David was victorious. And that's where we're going to be victorious, people. Don't be moved by these poll numbers. You got to remember, it's the media that's trying to manipulate us. They have spent millions of dollars. I won't be surprised if Paul Vallis spent over $100 million in this race with all the donations. And still can't walk away easy with this race. And for all you Negroes that's scaling the fence right now, you trying to wait to see when it's safe to come out. We got our eyes on you too. We got our eyes on you too. You're afraid. You are afraid to stand up for what you believe in. You sing that we shall overcome and lift every voice and sing. Listen, you are afraid. You the type of Negro only proud when Black History Month come around February. Outside of that, you don't even mention the word Negro. It don't even come in your mouth, or you love being black. That's why you're going to be used and you're going to be disappointed. And I hope Brandon Johnson got a pen and a piece of paper with a list of all these demonic forces that came against him, and serve them well. Serve them. I got to go, people. Good night. Thank you. Go vote. Go vote, go vote, go vote, go vote. Paul Vallis is not good for Chicago. Paul Vallis is not good for Chicago. Go vote for Brandon Johnson. Brandon Johnson is our choice.
Vote for Brandon Johnson.
Brandon Johnson. Brandon Johnson. Vote for Brandon.
Martin.
Yes. I'm trying to go, baby.
And I don't know.
Baby girl, come on, baby girl.
You're trying to go.
Come on.
Yeah, I just want to say, I don't know if you could close the show with this. I don't know what your technological capabilities are, but I know you said you couldn't access, because I just saw a comment saying, they said, Martin, why is Brandon better? Like, they still don't understand.
No, I'm not even going to go.
That you can go on my
No, listen. I'm not going to go there with them. Okay? Brandon Johnson is our vote. We're not going to be arguing with these people. Go on somebody else's page. You know, I've been doing this for the last.
Maybe next show we could play that music video.
Yeah, you can't play that on here because that's on YouTube, because it's going to strike my live. It's going to strike my live. You can't play that on here, and that's why you don't hear me playing music videos where we live, because it's going to strike it, because I'm on YouTube too at the same time. And So
Gotcha. I was gonna say on my page because I have it on my page. So when you get a chance, you can always go get it on my page.
right. No, I know where it's
It's not on
at.
YouTube
This
as
is
well.
not a problem me getting it. What I'm saying is I can't play it on here because of copyright issues and stuff like that. I want them to strike my page. Right now, I don't need to be in jail on no platform right now. I need to be alive. I need to be a voice. And I'm treading lightly. So I won't be in jail.
Yeah.
All right. So I got you. So, all right. I'm going to be sharing a couple of videos. Please come to my page. Young person put out a video. Also, let me make some announcements real quick. I want to make some announcements. I'll post them up. I'm going to post them up, make some announcements real quick. That's what I forgot I had to do. Let me see what announcements I need to make. I need to make some announcements. Let me bring them up on the screen. All right, let me bring the announcements up on the screen. Share, okay, let's see. Let me bring the announcements on the screen.
I'm Brandon Johnson, the real Democrat for mayor. And here's the difference. I'm the only candidate for mayor with a plan to make Chicago safer by finally going after the root causes of crime. And I'm the only candidate for mayor who won't raise your property taxes. My plan, invest in our neighborhoods by making wealthy corporations pay their fair share. The difference is real. I'm Brandon Johnson, asking you to vote for a better Chicago.
All right. That's
Larger
one.
corporations.
Okay.
Larger corporations.
Listen to
the
this.
head tax was in place. It was only for corporations that had more than 50
This is what Brandon
employees.
talked about. Corporation.
Brandon Johnson's proposal is that of more than 100 employees, and it's only for 50 if they're doing 50% of their business in the city of Chicago. None of the companies under the Daley administration left the city of Chicago because of the head tax. None of them complained about the head tax. No jobs were lost as a result of that head tax. But what Rahm Emanuel did was he got rid of it by fiat and phased it out in 2013.
Listen.
It was bringing in $36 million a year in revenue. Guess what he did? At the exact same time that he got rid of the head tax, he implemented the speed cameras, which brought in $65 million a year. So again, they're taking money from, and giving it to the wealthy and putting it on the backs of the people who can least afford it.
But I'm sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
That's why this is very important that people understand that this is not what Brandon Johnson is talking about. Even with this whole $800 million, Brandon Johnson has never proposed an income tax that they're putting out there. It's nowhere in his budget plan. It's nowhere on his website. He's never said that. But the fact is that wealthier corporations have gotten away with larger corporations.
Correct.
The head tax was in place. It was only for corporations that had more than 50 employees. Brandon Johnson's proposal is that of more than 100 employees, and it's only for 50 if they're doing 50% of their business in the city of Chicago. None of the companies under the Daley administration left the city of Chicago because of the head tax. None of them complained about the head tax. No jobs were lost as a result of that head tax. But what Rahm Emanuel did was he got rid of it by fiat and phased it out in 2013. It was bringing in $36 million a year in revenue. Guess what he did? At the exact same time that he got rid of the head tax, he implemented the speed cameras, which brought in $65 million a year. So again, they're taking money from and giving it to the wealthy and putting it on the backs of the people who can least afford it.
But I'm sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
All right, people. But
I think.
But see, I got to make some announcements.
Con nuestra coalición.
The average black person
That ain't what I want, people. All right, let's.
that's voting for Paul Vallis.
All right, I'm in it right there. I'm in it right there. All right, listen. We do have a couple of announcements. I'll make them from my phone. Wednesday, I will be hosting a meet and greet. That's Wednesday, 29th. Erica will be assisting me in that as well. on let me give you guys the exact address. I don't want to send nobody. It's on 69th and Green, but I'll give you guys the exact address. And okay. All right, let me give you the exact address, make these announcements. All right. All right. All right. They also, let me make this announcement. The Brandon Johnson for Chicago Gospel Concert Rally, Sunday, April the 2nd, 2023 at 5 o'clock. And this is at, where is it at? Let me tell you. This is at 4543 South Princeton. That's at the Fellowship Chicago. I guess that's at Fellowship Church. So that's this Saturday. Yeah, this Saturday. This Sunday. At this Sunday, 4543 Princeton. He having a gospel concert. They're giving it for him. Okay. Also, all right. We have Brandon Johnson for Chicago meet and greet, hosted by the Crime Chaser, which is myself, Martin G. Johnson. Wednesday, March 29th, between 10 and 11 a.m. at the Kusana Cafe Roastery, 825 West 69th Street. That's 69th and Green. That's one block going west past Halsted, right there. So be on time. Please be on time. There's a little restaurant. We will try to, well, we should purchase a coffee or something. You know, they're blessing us with the facility. So be there on time and hopefully everything is well. Also, on April the 1st, we have the 51st Martin Luther King Drive in Washington Park. This will be, it's on my page right there on 55th and right off King Drive. That is 55th. Actually, that's 51st, right off King Drive in the park. So you have Craig Hodges will be there, a couple of speakers. And it's a great thing. I go every year. I'll be doing the sounds there. So people, this is real. Let's get out and vote. Let's go vote. Brandon Johnson is my choice. And I'm hoping that you guys will be in oneness with us voting for Brandon Johnson. Brandon Johnson, Brandon Johnson. Thank you, Marcus. Thank you, Erica. Thank you, Robert. Thank you. We out of here. Thank all my wonderful guests. Don't forget to go vote. Early voting is an option. You can do that. Again, grab some person, not necessarily a young person. It could be an older person as well. Hold their hand, take time, and walk with them and take them to the polls to vote for Brandon Johnson. Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, people. We got to keep fighting. It's not over yet. Even when we win, it's still not over. We still have to continue to fight. We're fighting against forces. The scripture tells us that one can chase 1,000 and two could put 10,000 to flight. So that's what we can do. We're fighting against demonic forces, spiritual weakness in high places. We are fighting for power, people, to keep power, to maintain power. Thank y'all so much. I got to get out of here. You already know what it is. What is it? Live, uncut. Thank you, Eric. Unedited. This is where we
Tell the truth
and shame the devil. Now, I don't know about you, but I love being black. I love being